Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night? Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're gonna.
Aloha, 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 friends, race fans, and drivers. Welcome back to Obsidian Mountain Raceway and the Eliminator Series. This is Division 5. We have the JDMs taken to the OMR tonight, and a whole bunch of drivers hungry to get to that podium and capture that 5th trophy and a ticket to the Race of Champions. We have 6 drivers already waiting. We need 2 more drivers, and we're going to have a field of 8 all at once going down the OMR. 8 laps, 8 drivers, and the one to finish in first place on the last lap will be your Eliminator Series 2 Champion of Champions. Just a quick reminder out there to Craig from Hot Wheels Boys, I'm going to need that name for your second team driver and which car they're going to drive, the Vet or the McLaren. Mahalo. Let's get to some racing. Here we go. Round 1. And we got Kastler from Team LK Racing taking on Po Boy from Po Boy Racing. Honda Civic Si versus an 89 Mazda. Listen to those J-poppers. Here's the green, and there they go. And it's Kastler taking the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Whoa, Po Boy spins out. Oh, and then wipes out in the valley turn. And you're eliminated. That's a done. First one done and done. All right, we got a pair of Mazda RX-7s going down the mountain. Grateful Sam in the black and Little C in the Falcon tire livery. Little C on the outside. Has a little bit of a lead there, maybe by a tire, but there goes Grateful Sam taking over in the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Has a clean line, makes it to the valley turn and across the line. And that was a fast elimination. All right, we got Sarah Jane for world famous DIECAST going up against Lightning Jim from QC Racing. Lightning Jim on the inside in that Honda Civic Custom. Sarah in a 01 Acura Integra. It's Lightning Jim. Well, no, now it's Sarah takes over from the outside down the pipeline and through the valley turn. Gets a little light on the final straight, but makes it across the finish line first. And my man Jim, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're eliminated. All right, we got Mad Dog Earl from Quantum DIECAST going up against Craig, Team Hot Wheels Boys, and that 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7 FCS. Craig's on the outside, takes the lead down the divided straight, but it's all Mad Dog in that Sentra through the Calamity Corners. Gets a little bump from Craig on Memorial Drive. They both skid out across the line, but it's going to be Mad Dog skidding into round 2. Craig the Mountain says, you got 2 in the Race of Champions. That's enough for you, son. I don't know, but yeah, you're eliminated. All right, Isaiah White, Team Elevation Diecast Racing, in that gorgeous green Acura going up against Dusty Miles in a Nissan Z Proto. Milestone Diecast Racing had a little bit of a lead, but it's Isaiah in that Acura going through Calamity Corner. Dusty came back, he got on his bumper, but it's all Isaiah racing into that next round. And Dusty, you know, eliminated. All right, we got Superfly from Team Intent Adult Racing in an 82 Nissan Skyline going up against a Numbskull in a Toyota AE86 Sprinter Truno. Numbskull Racing versus Intent. And Superfly down through the Calamity Corner. Oh, cameraman lost him. Superfly gets sideways. Numbskull tries to shove through but can't make it. And doesn't even make it to the finish line properly. And that will get you eliminated. Yes, sir. All right, we got Mo Howard Jr. in an 82 Nissan Skyline. R30 going up against Patty Cake's Hot Wheels in the Subaru WRX STI. Patty Cake's on the outside. Takes a little bit of a lead in the divided straight, but it's Mo taking over down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Down Memorial Drive, has a nice clean line through the valley turn and across the line in a speedy fashion. Moving into the next round. Bolo Brown in the Nissan Silvia S13 going down the mountain against Frank White for Elevation Diecast Racing. The Honda Civic Custom. Frank's on the outside. They're even down the divided straight, but it's going to be Bolo taking over through Calamity Corner. Oh, got a little light there coming out of Calamity, but managed to keep it together and gets across the line before Frank and Elevation Diecast and that Civic are eliminated. Lobotomy driving that beautiful custom 95 Mazda RX-7. The mobile Mazda going up against the Savannah. Driven by Seabull for Team Lords Racing League. Seabull's on the outside, takes the lead into that first turn. Lobotomy, oh, cuts him off. Gave him a lobotomy. Spins around backwards through the valley turn. Up on the wall across the line. And wow. Left poor Seabull right there in front of his billboard. Lords Racing League. I don't know, was that harsh? Parking you in front of your billboard? That's as far as you go. All right. World famous Bubba in a 98 Honda Prelude taking on Father of Four from Diecast Daddy in an 82 Nissan Skyline. Father of Four on the outside. Takes the lead into that first turn, but it's Bubba taking over down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Here comes Father of Four, tried to make a pass. Couldn't get it done. And it's going to be world famous Bubba in that Honda Prelude racing into round 2. And Father is eliminated. All right, we got V-Man in that 88 Honda CRX going down against Mark D from Cut Rocker Racing. The Mazda RX-7. And wow, look at Mark take off. But wow, what a comeback by V-Man in that Honda. And he just flew down Memorial Drive. And wow, that was a nice Inside comeback, I call that one. All right, we got Puff from Puff's Racing in a 2017 Acura NSX taking on Chelly from Team I Shoot Diecast. Chelly's on the outside in that yellow Nissan Z Proto. And they're even going down the divided straight into that first turn, but it's Puff that takes over. And look at Chelly tries to come back on the outside, but can't get that pass in. Puff spins out and makes it across the finish line backwards. Nice little fight right there. But Chelly, buddy, you're eliminated. That's just how it works. All right, going down the mountain next, we got Slick Rick in that Godzilla-themed Nissan Skyline GTR R32 going up against Mr. Mojo from Team Bathurst Diecast Racing in the Honda Civic Type R. And for some reason, that's not a Type R. That's actually a Proto. I had the wrong car on my list, and I apologize for that. Mr. Mojo crashed in a Proto Z. That's not a Nissan. Well, yeah, it is a Nissan Z. Wow. Now, some of these body types and body styles can be rather confusing. That did look like a Proto to me going down the mountain, and it is. Okay, let's get back on track here. We got Kane Stewart on the inside, Big Mike on the outside, Toyota AE86 Corolla up against the Skyline HT, and it's Kane Stewart taking the lead down the Memorial Drive and around the Valley Turn and across the finish line, well ahead of Big Mike. And Team NZ Racing has been eliminated from this division. All right. We got Jim D from Team Indiana Diecast Racing going up against Sidekick Sandy. At least that's what my list says. Yeah, we're a bit confused here. Okay, that's the Honda Civic Type R. But either way, it's going to be Jim D racing into that next round. I got to get my notes straight on these things. Had the wrong picture and the wrong driver listed there. So I apologize for that mistake. Last race of this round, Papa Pugsley in another Toyota AE86 Sprinter True No. Manchild Motorsports going up against Sam Hall from Team DRT3K. Papa Pugsley takes the lead, but Sam's right on his bumper, not letting up one bit. Apologize for that silence. Had to mute the mic. Well, I had a little cough. All right, there are your drivers moving into the next round. Mad Dog, Bubba, Slick Rick, Lobotomy V-Man, Grateful Sam, Isaiah, Castler, Bolo, Mo, Papa Pugsley, Puff, Jim D, Superfly, Sorrow, and Kane Stewart. It's the GDM channel shout out. I haven't done these for a while, so I packed in a few for you. First shout out goes out to Elevation Diecast Racing, home of not one, but two quarter-mile scale drag strips. You have Mile High Raceway and the new White Lightning Raceway, specifically built for racing Johnny Lightnings. And you can race anything else on the Mile High track. And your host, Dad, has weekly races on both tracks, both bracket rankings and Decide Your Ride races. So stop over to Elevation Diecast and enjoy some good racing, good fun, and some good trackside chats. I sent a team to Mile High on a channel challenge and pretty much got annihilated. But I'm not deterred. I'm preparing another team for a new challenge, and you should too. Dad's racing team and Isaiah's racing team are happy to take on all comers. So get your teams ready, send your cars over to Elevation DIECAST Racing, and get your speed on. My next shout out is for Indiana Diecast Racing. Jim D and the Fantasy Fracas are back with round 2 of the tournament and some sweet new track additions. If you're not familiar with IDR, take some time and check it out. For your just above mediocre racing needs, you'll want to check out Indiana Diecast Racing. Last but not least, a shout out for Rick's Diecast Racing. The Comet Tail Raceway is out of this world. Your host Rick and his sidekick Sandy bring you the racing action even the aliens get excited about. The We Are Racing tournament just wrapped up, and I'm sure Rick's preparing for another. He also has a mail-in tournament going on right now for the new Custom Carnage tournament, and you can get all the information for that over at redlinederby.com. So go over to Rick's Diecast Racing channel, check out those races, and go over to Redline Derby and get that Custom Carnage information and get your cars sent in. I believe that tournament starts right towards the end of February, so not much time left, but I know you can do it. And that's going to wrap up our shout out segment. Let's get back to the racing here at the OMR. We got round 2 of the Eliminator series coming at you right now. All right, here we are back to the top of the mountain. We got Mad Dog Earl for Team Quantum Racing going up against world famous Bubba, world famous Diecast. Nissan versus Honda. Bubba's on the outside. Mad Dog's on the inside. Bubba takes a lead right out of the gate, but Mad Dog takes over, and it's all him down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Whoa, spins out, going down backwards down Memorial Drive. A little dangerous there. Bubba was able to catch up, but only after they crossed the finish line, and that's going to get you eliminated. Up next, we got Slick Rick, Rick's Diecast Racing, up against Lobotomy in that 95 Mazda RX-7 GDM Custom Mobile Mazda. Lobotomy takes the lead out of the gate into that first turn, but now it's all Rick going through Calamity Corner. Oh, gets up on the wall, has to get pushed by Lobotomy, gets spun around. Lobotomy couldn't get by him, and it's going to be Rick backing into the next round. And now we got V-Man in the Honda CRX going up against Grateful Sam in the 95 Mazda RX-7. And there they go down the divided straight. It's going to be Grateful Sam had the lead, but it's going to be V-Man takes over. Oh, spins out coming through Calamity Corner. And, well, I thought he was going to correct himself going across the line, but he actually did a 360 pirouetting across. It's a race, not a ballet, V-Man. All right, but I'm sorry, Sam. You've been eliminated. All right, up next, we got Isaiah White in that 2017 Acura NSX going up against Kassler in that Honda Civic SI. Team Elevation against Team LK Racing. Kassler had a lead. They're fighting door to door down the pipeline. Kassler wins that battle as they go down Memorial Drive and through the Valley Turn and already across the finish line before I could get it out. And Isaiah, my friend, that's an elimination for you. All right, we got Bolo Brown in that Nissan Silvia S13 going up against Mo Howard Jr. in that Nissan Skyline R30. Mo's on the outside. See what they can do. Bolo takes the lead into that first turn. Not looking back down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Gets a little light. Gets some air in that last. Whoa, and Mo crashes behind him. Right there in the valley turn. And that's an exclamation point on your elimination. Papa Pugsley taking on Puff. Manchild Motorsports versus Puff's Racing. And Papa Pugsley driving that Toyota AE86. Puff in that 2017 Acura NSX. On the outside, they're even in the divided straight through the pipeline as Papa Pugsley takes over in the pipeline. There we go. Said it twice. And it's Papa Pugsley across the line first. And that's going to be elimination for Puff. And now we got Jim D in that Nissan Z Proto going up against Superfly in that Nissan Skyline GT-RR32. Superfly on the outside, Jim D on the inside. They got the green going down, and Superfly takes a big jump into that first turn. They're door to door, and Jim throws a block going through Calamity Corner, takes over the lead, and skids across the finish line. But he's going to get into that next round. And Superfly got eliminated. Close, but no checkered flag. All right, last race of this round. We got Sarah Jane going up against Kane Stewart. Two of our champions, division champions, going into the race of champions right here. Going down the mountain, Kane Stewart takes the lead. But it's Sarah takes over in the pipeline through Calamity Corner, spins out, getting pushed by Kane. Manages to get in reverse and back up over that line. And Mr. Stewart, you in that beautiful purple Skyline just got eliminated. Going into round 3, we got Mad Dog Earl, Slick Rick, V-Man, Castler, Bolo Brown, Papa Pugsley, Jim D, and Sorrow Jane. Got us a fight going on here. Round 3, Division 5 of the Eliminator Series Season 2. Very important to keep your roof to the sun, especially when it's a one and done. All right, we got Mad Dog Earl on the outside of Rick. Rick in that Nissan, or Mad Dog in the Skyline. Sorry, Mad Dog was on the inside. Taking the lead down the pipeline. And here comes Godzilla. Wow, did you see that pass? What a nice pass. And it's going to be Rick passing into the next round. Drops back right there, but has a nice line, goes high. And you can see right there, Mad Dog gets loose and almost goes off the track. And here comes Rick. Oh no, here comes Godzilla. And right across that front, that was a nice pass. Worthy of a replay for sure, and a highlight. All right, now we got V-Man up against Castler. Team Norman Verne Racing against LK Racing. V-Man in that Honda CRX on the inside. Castler on the outside. Castler takes a jump out of the gate. And it's going to be V-Man leading them through Calamity Corner. Oh, and then wipes out on the exit. Castler gets by cleanly, and he's going to race into that next round. And what a way to go down Memorial Drive. V-Man with a crashing elimination there. Pardon me. All right. Bolo Brown taking on Papa Pugsley. Nissan Silvia on the inside. Papa Pugsley in that Toyota on the outside. Bolo taking the lead all the way down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. He's claimed a couple cars already, but he makes it across the finish line just ahead of Papa Pugsley, and that's going to be an elimination for Manchild Motorsports. All right, and we got Jim D back in that Nissan Z Proto going up against Saro Jane in that custom 2001 Acura Integra. Saro's on the outside, takes a lead into that first turn, but Jim takes over going down the pipeline through Calamity Corner, gets a little air, but keeps it together and across that finish line. And Saro with a little brake lock there going across the finish line gets you eliminated. And here are your semifinalists, Kassler. And that went by too fast for me to read it off. I apologize. But here we go. Kassler and Slick Rick going down the mountain. Honda Civic versus Nissan Skyline. Kassler has the inside. Rick had a sweet pass in that last round to get him into the semifinals. But Kassler has the lead going through Calamity Corner. Rick not far behind, but it's going to be Kassler over the line first and going into the finals. And Godzilla has been eliminated. Tokyo is safe. Jim D for Indiana DIECAST Racing going up against Bolo Brown, Miniature Car Racing. Who's going to race into the finals against Kassler? There's the green, and there they go. And Bolo takes a good lead into that first turn, but Jim D takes over in the pipeline. Made it through Calamity Corner and around the valley turn. Oh! Maybe should not have hit the brakes right there. And Bolo swoops in and gives him a nice fender kiss. But it's going to be Jim D in that Nissan Z Proto taking on Kassler in that Honda Civic Si. Looks like Kassler's got almost 10 grams on him, a little over 9 grams. And about 6 thousandths of a second speed-wise on their semifinal lap. Jim D's on the inside, Kassler on the outside. Here we go. This is for the gold. Kassler takes the lead on the first turn. Jim D takes over. He's got the lead through Calamity Corner. Kassler right on his bumper, all the way down and across the finish line. And it's going to be Jim D racing up to that podium. Good race by Kassler and Jim D right there. Congratulations, Jim D of Indiana DIECAST Racing. You are the Division 5 champion. The Eliminator Series, Season 2. So that was some fast-paced, high-action racing. Few cars crashed out there, and I assure you that everybody is fine. Haven't been recording the emergency response teams, so you don't get to see that behind-the-scenes stuff, but they wouldn't be racing again if they weren't medically cleared. Anyways, congratulations once again to Jim D, Indiana DIECAST Racing, our latest division champion. Thank you to all the drivers, all of you that are participating in this division, the previous divisions, and one more division to come. It's the electric hybrids hitting the OMR. And they're all getting tuned up and lubed up and ready for the mountain. And I know the drivers are going to be preparing for that as well. So until the next race, May the spirit of Aloha be with you. Thank you all very much for watching. Keep your roof to the sun, and I'll see you at the next race. Aloha.